The 2024 US presidential election is going to be first presidential rematch since 1956. The expected rematch between President Biden and former President Trump is happening well. Biden faces obstacles like concerns about his age and declining approval ratings, while Trump is juggling a set of challenges that no presidential candidate has ever experienced. Here's a look at those challenges and obstacles that both presidential candidates will try to turn them into opportunities for them. We have seen Trump many times when he goes to court, often speaking to reporters, making sure his voice is heard. This is all designed to stop him politically because in 2023, Trump's campaign roughly spent $50 million on legal fees. And beside these $50 million, the former president was ordered to shell out more than $500 million in financial penalties, while the spending of money for Donald Trump on legal fees for defending himself is his ability. He does have the ability to raise lots of money, which helps him to be a political and a presidential candidate. As the incumbent president, Biden faces a set of unique challenges. Among these, one of the most notable vulnerabilities has attracted significant attention: a special counsel report scrutinizing his handling of classified documents regarding his memory.
Something the special counsel said in his report is that one of the reasons you were not charged is because, in his description, you are a well-meaning elderly man with a poor memory.
I'm well-meaning, and I'm an elderly man, and I know what the hell I'm doing. I've been president, I put this country back on its feet.
Now, both of them will have to try their best to win the 2024 US presidential election. Otherwise, the consequences of losing the election for each of them are not going to be good. Not just for them, but for America as well. Let's have a look.
If this election isn't won, I'm not sure that you'll ever have another election in this country. Does that make sense? I don't think you're going to have another election in this country if we don't win this election. Now, if I don't get elected, it's going to be a bloodbath for the whole. That's going to be the least of it. It's going to be a bloodbath for the country. That'll be the least of it.
If Donald Trump loses the election, the consequences will be terrible. But you know what? If he wins, it will be far worse than America will have ever experienced. Guess what? Donald Trump is going to win the 2024 US presidential election. Now, you'll be thinking, how is this possible to predict America's presidential election 4 months earlier? Guess what? I'm not predicting. Even no one can predict this. I'm just informing you about the creepy Simpsons predictions. The Simpsons did not just predicted this 4 months earlier. Actually, they have predicted this 16 years earlier. And not just that. With the prediction of Donald Trump winning the 2024 US presidential election, they have also predicted that America will have to suffer from many challenges, including an economic crash regarding the Simpsons predictions. Now, you'll be thinking that how the Simpsons predicted the 2024 US presidential election, how they predicted the economic crash for US under Donald Trump's administration, and finally, most importantly, what are the possibilities of their predictions proving to be very accurate. If you want to understand A to Z, let me tell you, fortunately I have uploaded 2 amazing and understandable videos about these insane predictions, which you will need to watch just because these predictions are phenomenal. But if you want a shorter explanation, then what are we waiting for? The episode of The Simpsons Back to the Future takes place in the year 2030. And given that Lisa is president, which means she has won the 2028 US presidential election. Interestingly, in same episode, she is talking about the economic crash she inherited from the previous president.
As you know, we've inherited quite a budget crunch from President Trump. How bad is it, Secretary Van Houten?
We're broke.
Do you know what it actually means? It means Donald Trump has won the 2024 US presidential elections and left Lisa with a crumbling economy. Now, to be honest, the 2024 US presidential election have unprecedented announced and that cannot be predicted. But at some point, it seems evident that it could be Donald Trump's turn again. But remember, it's not confirmed in any situation that Donald Trump will win the election. Now, if we put aside on the challenges that the incumbent president is currently facing, like concerns about his age, declining approval ratings, and the phenomenal reports of a special counsel regarding his memory could be factors of his losing the 2024 US presidential election. And with these kind of extraordinary challenges that Biden will have to face, the chances for Donald Trump to win the election will be pretty high. And another main reason behind Trump's victory could be the Simpsons predictions, because the creepy Simpsons never lies at such moments.